We're going to do a little word association and just kind of see how our minds react. Word association is great because it helps us just see what space our minds go to when we hear a specific word or issue. When you hear the word, write down the word I say, and then write down the word or phrase that you think of right after that. If you don't have a specific word or phrase you think of, you can just write down how the word I say makes you feel. That's a way to participate in this as well. First word, political issues. What do you think of when you hear political issues? Write it down. Second word, medical system. Write down what you think of. Word 3, religion. Fourth word, social justice. 5, social media. 6, marriage. And the last word of the first list, money. So hopefully you've written down either the word or phrase you think of when I said each one of those words, or how it makes you feel. All right, here is set 2, forgiveness. Celebration. Confession. Worship. Prayer. Fasting. Generosity. All right. Again, you can always rewind and go back if you need more time, but go back and look at what you wrote. Do you notice any trends? Did you go to a positive space or a negative space? I noticed for myself, I went to a negative space for almost every one of the words. Even for the word celebration, there's people out there having a good time and I'm not with them, and I felt left out. And so doing this can be helpful to figure out how we process things. Here's the trick. Be known for what you're for, not for what you're against. This means phrase it in a way that says, I stand for this, not I'm against this, because we are way better posed to have a conversation and to add value and to bring encouragement and actually meaningful conversation when we phrase it in a positive way. A great way to get started doing that in your life is to go back through these words that you just wrote, and for each word that I gave, political issues, medical system, write down what you stand for around that issue. See how you feel when you go back and write something that you stand for rather than something that you're against. In Matthew 11:5, Jesus kind of gives a summation about what his whole earthly ministry was all about. He said, the blind see, the lame walk, those with leprosy are cured, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, and the good news is preached to the poor. I think it's fascinating that he just phrased it in a really nice little, this is what I stand for kind of way, and I think we should learn to do that too. He did say a very interesting thing after that though. He said, blessed are those who do not fall away on account of me. So it sounded like he knew people would fall away on account of himself, and that he would be a stumbling block for those who were trying to come to the kingdom and want to hear the good news. And I think that's an interesting topic in itself. And I did a video called The Gift of No Return that talks about the fullness of what Jesus was giving when he was bringing the kingdom and doing all these good things and what that means for us today. And can you have all the benefits without accepting him himself? And so that's an interesting conversation. I hope you get to check that video out. It's called The Gift of No Return. Thanks for watching this, guys. I hope that through this exercise, you will be encouraged to be known for what you stand for and not for what you're against. Go ahead and comment, leave the thoughts that you have, or perhaps if you want to share some of the words that you thought of in the word association exercise and you thought some of that was interesting, feel free to leave that below, and that might help someone who's reading through it and help kind of add to the conversation here. I wrote a song called Power in Your Name, and that song is about saying the name of Jesus in our day-to-day life. There is power in the name of Jesus. It talks about how he is the name that evil runs from. His name is the name that can calm our fears. If we would speak Jesus' name more in our day-to-day life, I think we would invoke his power and we'd see more fruit and we'd see more power. So that song is about that. I hope you get a chance to check that out whenever you can. And thanks for watching these videos. Guys, thanks for subscribing and sharing these with anyone who might need to hear this kind of a word today. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you on another video real soon.
You fed the hungry and you healed
blessing for the meek. You said that one day you'd return again. We would find you if we seek.